It's Ramsey Dewey over here in Shanghai, China. Welcome to another edition of Q&A with the Coach. But first, big shout out to our friend Andrew G. Stewart, who sent me this book, Why Everything You Know About Martial Arts Is Wrong. Did I say that right? Yes, I did. Why Everything You Know About Martial Arts Is Wrong. He's not paying me to say this. He just sent me a copy of his book to review, and hopefully I'll be getting that review out sooner rather than later. But go look it up in the meantime. It's a pretty well-written book from what I can tell so far. But today we have a question from our friend Tony Martin. He sent me a link to a video from Tim Larkin, I believe it was, and wants me to know, what do I think? Is it really that easy to knock someone out? And Tim Larkin makes this video where he shows several real-life examples of people getting hit in the side of the neck in various different ways, with a knife hand, a ridge hand, a forearm, a back fist, a punch, and they get knocked out. Now, is that something that can and does happen? Sure, absolutely. It's even happened to me. Let me put up that video clip right here. But the assertion that it's easy is another thing entirely. So let's listen a little bit to what Tim Larkin actually says.
Hey everybody, it's Tim Larkin. I'm here to talk about the knockout everybody should know but doesn't. It's so easy, it's so straightforward. It's going to be something that you're going to want to have in your quiver.
Okay, the knockout that everybody should know but doesn't. And later in the video he goes on to say, it's something nobody talks about.
Why it's not used more, I have no idea. It's a really simple area.
I don't believe that's true. Now, the very first example he shows is of two guys in the military, and they're hanging out. They're having this discussion about whether or not you can knock somebody out with a knife chop to the neck, to the vagus nerve area right there. And yeah, you can. You can. You hit somebody hard with a hard weapon, like a bone here, a bone here, a bone here, a bone here, your shin bone, etc. You hit them hard enough in that right spot, sure, they'll go down. Absolutely. But the question is it easy? Now, this soldier was not fighting back. He's cooperating 100%. But let's talk about what actually happens in a fight. When two guys know they are in a fight, when they know there is danger there, man, we tend to get really, really protective of this area of our bodies. The head, the face, the neck, this area, man, we got super protective of that. That's a instinct, a defensive instinct to keep us safe from danger. And it's also the fact that most of us tend to feel like the seat of our consciousness is up here. In our heads, in our face, in our neck, this area right here, this is where we tend to live, most of us. Here's a quick video clip of me sparring with one of my students, one of my more beginner students, and I bring up a knee, and at first I thought I accidentally hit him. I was trying to do very light contact striking. I thought I accidentally hit him in the face, but if you watch it in slow motion, you'll notice he actually reacts as if he got hit in the face before it even touches him. Kind of like a no-touch hit type of thing, but not really. We have senses, if you will, where we can sense danger outside of our face, if you will. This kind of sounds like something metaphysical. It's not. I mean, close your eyes, have somebody stand behind you, have them put their hand up by you. You can tell what side it's on. And that's a bunch of things. That's a bunch of different senses being triggered. That's heat from the hand. That's echolocation from, sounds bouncing off that hand. It's all kinds of different things going on there. To inform us, there's danger. There's something dangerously close to us that shouldn't be that close. It's invading our personal space. And so when my student felt the presence of this knee coming up, and he senses that the approximation of a strike, boom, he removes himself from that situation as quickly as he possibly can, as if he got struck by it. I actually saw a fighter get knocked out with a head kick that didn't land. And I don't believe he was faking it either. It's like a psychosomatic knockout almost, where we believe that the damage has been done. Now, this is a different thing than what Tim Larkin is talking about, the strike to the neck. That's a very physical process. Let's get back to that in a minute. How hard is it to hit somebody there? Well, it depends on how much they're fighting back and how good they are at fighting. Again, if you walk up to somebody who doesn't even know they're in a fight, and you take them by surprise and whack them really hard, yeah, you can knock them out. Is it going to be easy? You might fail, and they might start fighting back. That's a distinct possibility. You might get them right on the button and knock them out. Who knows? But in the case of combat sports, you might be saying, well, why don't UFC fighters do this all the time? Well, they try. They try to hit each other in these spots. This spot. That's a great spot to hit somebody. Anytime somebody's throwing a shin kick up at the neck, boom, that's the spot they're aiming for. I mean, there are so many, I was about to say great spots to hit people, but it's not great to get hit there. I mean, you get hit on the side of the chin, what does that do? Boom, whips the head around, makes the brain slosh around inside your skull, can cause a concussion. Get hit in the nose, boom, lifts that chin up, exposes the chin, causes all kind of damage and discombobulation and so on there. Get hit in the ears and the temple. That can disorient you. Get hit in the eyes. Nobody likes getting hit in the eyes. Getting hit pretty much anywhere on the head really hard is going to cause some problems. That's what I'm trying to say. Get hit in the throat. That's going to hurt. Get hit in the back of the head. That's going to cause some problems. The point is, if you hit somebody really hard in one of these sensitive places, it's going to cause damage. Kick somebody in the groin really hard, it's going to hurt them. Kick them really light, it's going to hurt them. Hit them in the liver, you're going to cause some problems. See where I'm going with this? So why don't we talk about this more? Like Tim Larkin says, what's more important than understanding all the vulnerable spots of the human body, because I think we know the vulnerable spots of the human body. Instinctively, we will attempt to defend the vulnerable spots of the human body. So we don't want people hitting us. If you take a complete beginner, I'll give you an example. I took a complete beginner in the context of MMA sparring, gave him the best position, full mount, and said, you can do whatever you want from this position. And moments later, I'm armbarring him. Is it really that easy to armbar someone? Well, under the following circumstances. If you're an expert at armbars, and the other guy doesn't know what an armbar is, if you're good at grappling, and the other guy isn't, then it's going to seem pretty easy. Now, the process to getting to that level is not an easy process. Position and then attack is the rule. That is the key of martial arts. Position, control, and attack in that order. If we put that backwards and think attack before position, it's going to be really, really hard to hit a moving target. And it's going to be exponentially harder to hit a moving target that is trying to hurt us back and intelligently defending themselves. So, Tony, is it really this easy to KO someone? Someone who's standing still, cooperating, allowing you to do it? Sure. If you line up a who's who list of the greatest UFC champions of all time, the greatest boxers of all time, and had them cooperate 100% with me, and let me do whatever I wanted to them, I could kill every man in that room easily, if they allowed it. Because I understand many different combative methods to do that, to break people. But, and this is a very important but, under the stipulation that those men fight back and intelligently defend themselves, will that then be easy to systematically take them all out? No. No. Then what we have is a very difficult fight on our hands. Now let's dial that back a little bit. Let's say you're an average guy with average experience and average skills and average athleticism, and you're fighting a evenly matched opponent, another average guy with those average skills and so on. And you think to yourself, I'm gonna karate chop him in the neck, hi-ya, and take him out. Because it looked easy. Tim Larkin said it was easy. Those Army guys made it look easy when they were cooperating 100%. And then you go after that guy with your karate chop and he takes a little step back. No, not going to allow that to happen. And he tries to karate chop you and you're like, whoa, I saw that coming from a mile away. No, thank you. I don't want one of those. And this goes on for some time until more likely than not you're going to start throwing sloppy haymakers and grab each other in schoolyard bully headlocks and tumble on the ground and get really tired and forget all about pressure point fighting and hope that somebody watching is going to give you a face-saving exit by pulling you apart and saying, hey guys, settle down. That's enough. And then you'll stand up, dust yourself off, say some angry words to feel better about yourself, to feel like you're still a man, and then walk off. So, those processes of striking are mechanically simple. Landing a significant strike like that against somebody who is intelligently defending themselves is not easy. That's why we call it a fight. This happens constantly. I get this line of questioning constantly as an instructor of martial arts techniques. Fairly recently, I showed a setup for a takedown off of a reverse collar tie method to get a single leg. I made actually 2 different videos about this setup on my channel. It's a great one. I use it a lot. And one of my new students was saying, well, if you have the collar tie and then they pummel and then they get their own collar tie on that side, then what do you do? Because then it doesn't work. They've got that frame. I'm like, it's a fight, man. Somebody takes your ties. You got to clear the tie and do your own thing. It's a fight. A fight happens. They're not magic tricks. Techniques are suggestions to improve your likelihood of success, to improve your chances. I mean, let's go back to the armbar example. If you have somebody pinned on their back and you've got their arm trapped and all you have to do is squeeze your legs and drive your hips up into it, hold on to that arm a little bit, pinch your knees, everything's set to go, you're going to break that arm. And breaking that arm is going to be a mechanically simple process. And hey, it's my daughter. Hey, Ivy, you're home from school. So
I wanna watch a movie that's on
you
the
do.
TV.
Okay, we'll watch a movie after this.
It's called Jing. It's called Jing.
It is. Well, here, let me finish this video. So I was just talking about arm bars. Ivy, do you know what an arm bar is? Yeah. Has your sister ever tried an arm bar on you?
Yeah, she did. She goes on my tummy, and then I put my legs up, and then she holds my legs.
Oh my! I don't think that's how an arm bar works.
Wait,
but
no. I put my legs around her.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Well, as I was saying, if you have somebody in the position to finish the armbar, then finishing it is very easy. But the question is, how easy is it to get into that position? Once again, with a guy who doesn't know how to grapple, if you do know how to grapple, it can be pretty easy. On the contrary, if you're fighting a grappling expert, then you gotta fight on your hands. All right, guys, thank you for watching. Now, get out there and train.
Hey fella, looks like you could use a rash guard. What for, you say? Well, they protect your skin against mat-borne illnesses, mat burn, and they make you look incredibly cool. But where do I get a rash guard from? Hey, have you heard of xmartial.com? Yeah? Then what are you waiting for? Check them out right now. xmarshall.com has all kinds of rash guards, from sleek and simple, novelty, badass designs, and more. Channel your inner Japanese cartoon rat monster. Express your love for bad puns and kitty cats doing iconic jujitsu moves. Hey, that panda's gonna hit the other panda with a folding chair like a pro wrestler. And this one makes your right arm stand out. xmarshall.com, serving your needs beyond just no-gi Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Now, find brand new equipment for mixed martial arts, kickboxing, Muay Thai, wrestling, and more at xmarshall.com. As always, use my code Ramsey10 for 10% off everything on the website. Once again, that's xmarshall.com. Rash guards, spats, shorts, and more. Links and discount codes in the description below.